Hi everyone, it's your friendly ex-Muslim. The drivers' union in the UK has taken legal action, or at least threatened legal action, against Uber for, guess what? Not offering a shariah compliant pension plan. You won't believe this. Let's check it out. Okay, so the App and Couriers Union, ADCU, has taken legal action against Uber in light of ongoing concerns that the pension provision for drivers has not been made Sharia compliant, demanding that corrective action be taken within 14 days. Apparently, they asked them and they ignored them, so they said we're going to take legal action. Check this out. Up to 75% of UK Uber drivers are estimated to be Muslims, according to the union, and warned that a failure to provide a Sharia-compliant option means that the majority of members could be forced out of participation in the pension scheme. So they're saying we're not going to contribute to the pension, which would be fine. They can do that if they want to. But now the problem is they're saying this may be a violation of the Pension Act, which provides a statutory right for workers not to be subject to any detriment in the pension arrangements as violation of the Equality Act 2010. Sharia compliance would require the fund to avoid investing in companies involved in activities which contravene the tenets of Islam, including, for instance, the production and sale of alcohol, tobacco, armaments, gambling, and pork, and of course like a million other things. So now here's an interesting thing. I'm going to talk about this. They said, while Uber's belated decision after a decade of operations in the UK to finally open a pension scheme for the drivers is very welcome, the exclusion of a Sharia option effectively makes the pension scheme inaccessible for the vast majority of the workforce. Listen to what he says. This is another example of how minority groups, by default, are forced to struggle for the most basic of rights. The most basic of rights in the gig economy. So, this is hilarious. So now Uber said that it's working to make a Sharia-compliant fund available to the driver pension scheme, which will be available this summer. So here's the thing. They're claiming that this is like a basic right to have a Sharia compliant pension plan. Like, I've been working in Canada for like 15 years and none of the companies I've ever worked at ever offered a Sharia compliant pension. And and we all know, living in a non-Muslim country, it's not run by Sharia law. You take what you get. In fact, if you don't want to invest in a pension, you can always opt out. You could just take the money. You can do so many things. Islamic scholars in Canada have said you could do things, for example, you can take a part of the money that's haram and donate it to charity. You could just leave it in the bank account. You could, for example, opt out of the pension plan in some cases, not all cases. How's this the most basic of rights? I mean, they should be lucky they even got a pension plan. I mean, this is great. They got a pension plan after 10 years, and this is what they choose to complain about? How many Muslims even care about halal financing anyways? Like, is this something that's like a big deal? And then even then, I remember many Muslims would say even the halal financing is not halal. The halal Sharia, because what they do is they take a board of directors and they say, we're gonna, these guys that are like experts are going to decide whether this is halal or not halal. Oh, these guys have 26% of debt compared to the assets. Okay, that's too much. We're gonna say 25 is the maximum. So 26, yeah, this is haram. This other company, they sell bread, but the bread is also used to make some haram food. Well, the flour or whatever. But overall, they mostly sell bread and the debt is less than 25. And we said, 25 is a cutoff. So I guess it's halal. Like, do Muslims even all agree on what is halal and what is not halal in terms of investments? No, it's arbitrary. It's just, a little bit better than and of course they would avoid certain companies, for example, alcohol. And you know what I think? I think that if they're going to do this, then they should be charged an additional fee because there's additional work involved to filter out the companies. You got this halal boards that have to be selected, or they should just use the default option or just opt out. So it's up to them, honestly speaking. I think, my concern is what's next. Are they going to say, I'm a Muslim Uber driver and I cannot take dogs in the car because dogs are haram? well, dogs are haram to you, not to them. I can't take you to the bar. I can't take you to pick up alcohol. I can't go. Where are you going, ma'am? I'm going to my boyfriend's house. Oh, astaghfirullah. It's haram. Oh, I'm going to the restaurant. Sister, it's Ramadan. Sister. Lady, it's Ramadan. I can't take you to the restaurant to eat. That's haram. I would be helping you to disobey Allah and to break, to break his commandments. At what point would it stop, right? Like, how is this a basic right? How is this something that should be provided? If they want to provide it, it's one thing, but to take legal action against Uber because they don't have a Sharia compliant fund is ridiculous. And I'm wondering, once they actually do this, how many of them will actually use it? I mean, how many Muslims, even when I was Muslim, like, I'd say less than 1 in 10 Muslims cared about this stuff. Maybe less than 1 in 20. Like, how many Muslims actually don't have a mortgage? Very few. Majority of Muslims get mortgages. Majority of Muslims have bank accounts that have interest on them. Majority of Muslims invest in regular, typical investment schemes, pension plans, and whatever. If there's some haram in there, there's some haram in there. They still sleep at night. It doesn't bother them. But anyways, this is what they want. This is what they're suing for, and they're gonna get it. So that's what it is. That's the right, apparently. I don't know how. I would argue this is going above and beyond. This is not just the minimum right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your religious values are affected by the pension, then I would say you just don't invest. Put your money under your mattress or whatever. I don't know. Find some halal donut shop to invest in or something. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching. It's your friendly ex-Muslim signing out. Thanks for all the support. Please do subscribe and join me on Patreon if you'd like to financially support the channel. Peace.